In early 2020, one of the big differentiating features in truly wireless earbuds is active noise cancellation, but you don't normally find it in earbuds priced under $200. So when I saw that Edifier's TWS NB earbuds have active noise cancelling and only cost $120, I reached out to them and they were nice enough to send over a pair without any strings attached. All in all, I think these are a nice pair of earbuds, with a few quirks, but I think that's fair given the price point. So here are my honest thoughts, followed by some audio samples. In terms of specifications, the Edifier TWS NB uses Qualcomm's 3026 chip, offering Bluetooth 5.0, CVC technology, as well as AAC and aptX codecs. They're also IPX4 rated, offering splash resistance but not full waterproofing. And they have exceptional battery life, with 5 hours of playback when ANC or ambient modes are active, or up to 11 hours if you're listening without these environmental features. Adding in the case, you get a total of 15 or 33 hours respectively, and the earbuds should fully charge within an hour, all of which match my real-world experience. The only spec-related issue I faced was that the earbuds began cutting out at a distance of about 25 to 30 feet, though this was through walls and shouldn't be a practical issue if you keep your phone nearby. Other than that, the latency was fine for mobile apps like YouTube and Amazon Video, but is still an issue for laptops and mobile games that don't adjust for Bluetooth connections. You can also use the earbuds together in stereo mode or independently in mono mode, but the implementation is a little quirky. In stereo mode, only one earbud is connected to your device, with the second one tethered to the first. So if you want to use either independently, you need to take each out of the case one at a time and pair them to your device individually. So they aren't implementing true wireless stereo technology, perhaps something Edifier will improve upon in the next version. In terms of form, the TWS NB are well built, but very large, protruding from the ears like most other ANC earbuds. But I didn't have any issues with stability when using the included wingtips. And Edifier does include 3 pairs of silicone ear tips as well as 2 pairs of foam ear tips to ensure that you get a proper fit. The earbuds themselves are predominantly plastic but feel solid. Each has a single button on the top, which controls play-pause with a single press, ANC mode toggling with a double press, and either track skipping or voice assistant summoning with a long press depending on whether music is playing or not. This is an interesting implementation and unfortunately lacks volume control, but it's nice to be able to toggle between noise reduction, ambient mode, and no effects on the fly. Both earbuds also have a rather large LED at the front that indicates if the ANC modes are active or not, which can be disabled in the companion app, but that's really all the app is good for. Both the earbuds in the case have a professional brushed metal look with minimal branding. The case also has 4 LEDs on the back near the USB-C charging port that activate when it's open to show you how much charge is left in the case. I do wish that the hinge opened a little further, particularly if you use the large wingtips on the earbuds, because the clasp mechanism that holds them in place does take some getting used to. So when putting away the earbuds, make sure to push them towards the middle until the red LEDs light up consistently to ensure that they're seated properly. Otherwise, I quite like the magnetic closure and the overall style of the case. And that brings me to the active noise cancelling features. You have the option to either amplify environmental noise in ambient mode or dull this sound with the noise reduction mode. Either way, these features primarily impact constant environmental noise and don't alter the intensity of more sudden sounds like nearby voices. But the amplification does sound quite natural and allows you to hear traffic while out on a walk. Additionally, the noise reduction mode still had a noticeable impact while I was traveling on buses, flights, and while trying to work in a busy convention center. It's also worth mentioning that whether these features are enabled or not, they do little to alter the sound profile of the earbuds. And that's a good thing, because they sound pretty good. The Edifier TWS NB uses 13mm graphene drivers that deliver a fairly even profile that, if anything, is slightly weighted towards the lower end. They certainly aren't bass-heavy earbuds, but they do a particularly good job of handling deeper vocals and differentiating instruments without issue, regardless of the genre. Personally, I prefer earbuds that place a little more emphasis on the vocalist, but I still like the overall sound. Here's a quick sample, but keep in mind that they'll sound different in person. As I mentioned, the TWS NB also used CVC technology in an attempt to block out some of the background noise while you're on a call. So here's a quick microphone sample. So first, here's what they sound like in a quiet room. You can hear they do a pretty good job of handling my voice. And then this is what they sound like with the ambience of a coffee shop playing in the background. So you can see how the CVC technology is potentially picking up my voice and amplifying it so that it's a little clearer for the call. All in all, I think they do a pretty good job, and I didn't have any issue when making calls. Overall, I think the Edifier TWS NB earbuds offer good sound and reasonable ANC controls, especially when you consider the price point, but there are a few pairing and control quirks that you'll have to get used to. I would recommend these earbuds if you commute a lot or work in an environment with a lot of constant background noise, but not for blocking out nearby voices. You can find my affiliate link to the TWS NB in the description below, and as always, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.